In this episode, we continue security awareness by looking at how training is delivered and how an organization can tell whether it is actually working. Awareness training is not helpful just because it exists. It has to reach people in a way they can use, it has to connect to the risks they face, and it has to produce safer behavior over time. That is why delivery methods matter. A learning management system, LMS, self-service training, one-to-one instruction, and one-to-many instruction all serve different needs. Measurement matters too, because completion alone does not prove that people are making better decisions. Metrics, managerial reporting, behavior risk scoring, and practical topics such as BEC, BYO, remote work, removable media, social engineering, and operational security all help make awareness more useful and more realistic. Before we continue, a quick note. This audio course is part of our companion study series. The first book is a detailed study guide that explains the exam and helps you prepare for it with confidence. The second is a Kindle-only ebook with 1,000 flashcards you can use on your mobile device or Kindle for quick review. You can find both at CyberAuthor.me in the Bare Metal Study Guide series. An LMS is a platform used to assign, deliver, track, and report training. In a security awareness program, the LMS might hold onboarding modules, annual refreshers, short lessons on phishing, privacy training, role-based training, and policy acknowledgments. The value of an LMS is not only that it plays videos or stores lessons. It creates records. The organization can see who completed training, when it was completed, which topics were assigned, and which people or departments may need reminders. This evidence matters for compliance, audits, and management oversight. It also helps the program scale. A small team can remind a few people manually, but a large organization needs a reliable way to assign training to many roles and locations. An LMS helps security awareness become repeatable instead of improvised. An LMS also helps match training to role and timing. A new employee may receive onboarding content immediately. A finance employee may receive extra training on BEC and payment fraud. A system administrator may receive deeper content on privileged access and incident reporting. A remote worker may receive lessons on home network safety, device protection, and data handling outside the office. The platform can also help with recurring training so the organization does not rely on memory to send reminders. Still, an LMS does not make training effective by itself. People can click through weak training without learning much. The content still has to be clear, relevant, and practical. The best use of an LMS is to support a thoughtful program, not to replace one. Self-service training gives you access to learning materials when you need them, instead of only when a formal training assignment appears. This might include short reference pages, quick videos, frequently asked questions, reporting guides, job aids, or short lessons on specific topics. Self-service works well when people need quick help during normal work. For example, you might want to check how to report a suspicious message, how to handle a lost device, how to classify a document, or whether a personal device can be used for work. The benefit is convenience. People are more likely to follow the right process when the answer is easy to find. Self-service training also supports people who want to review a topic without waiting for an annual course. It gives the awareness program a practical, on-demand side. One-to-one instruction is training delivered directly to one person. It can happen after a risky behavior, during coaching, when someone takes on a new responsibility, or when a person needs help understanding a specific requirement. This delivery method is personal and focused. If someone repeatedly struggles with phishing simulations, a short one-to-one conversation can explain the warning signs more clearly than another generic module. If someone mishandles sensitive information, direct coaching can walk through what happened and what should happen next time. One-to-one instruction should be respectful and specific. It should not feel like a public punishment. The goal is to help the person succeed. This method takes more time, so it is usually used when the situation deserves individual attention or when the risk is tied to a specific behavior. One-to-many instruction is training delivered to a group at once. This could be a live briefing, a recorded session, a team meeting, a webinar, or a campaign message sent to many employees. It works well when many people need the same message quickly. If the organization is seeing a wave of phishing attempts, a one-to-many message can explain what people should watch for and how to report suspicious activity. If a new remote work policy is released, a group session can explain the expectations and answer common questions. One-to-many instruction is efficient, but it can become too general if the audience is broad. The best group training still uses plain examples and connects the topic to everyday decisions. People need to hear what the issue means for them, not just that a policy exists. Effectiveness metrics help the organization see whether awareness training is producing useful results. Completion rates are the most basic metric because they show whether assigned training was finished. Scores on quizzes can show whether people understood the material at the time. Phishing simulation results can show how often people clicked, reported, or submitted information during a controlled exercise. Report rates can show whether people are becoming more willing to raise concerns. Time to report can show whether suspicious activity is reaching the security team quickly. Policy violation trends, lost device reporting, data handling errors, and help desk verification results can also provide insight. No single metric tells the whole story. A strong program looks at several signals together so it can understand behavior, not just attendance. Metrics need careful interpretation because numbers can mislead when they are viewed without context. A high phishing report rate may be a positive sign, even if many reports turn out to be harmless. It means people are paying attention and choosing to ask for help. A low click rate in a simulation may look good, but it may not prove people are ready for every kind of attack. A high training completion rate may satisfy a compliance requirement, but it does not automatically mean people will handle sensitive data correctly. Metrics should help the organization improve training, communication, and controls. They should not be used only to blame people. When metrics show repeated trouble in one area, the program should ask why. The answer may be better training, clearer procedures, improved tools, or safer defaults. Managerial reporting gives leaders visibility into awareness progress and risk patterns. Managers may need to know whether their teams completed required training, whether certain behaviors are improving, and where additional support is needed. This reporting should be useful without being unnecessarily personal. For example, a manager may need a list of team members who have not completed required training so they can follow up. Leadership may need department-level trends showing which areas are reporting suspicious messages quickly or which teams need targeted training on data handling. The purpose is accountability and improvement. Managers shape culture because they influence what people treat as normal. If a manager ignores security training, the team may treat it as unimportant. If a manager encourages reporting, allows time for training, and responds calmly to mistakes, security behavior improves. Behavior risk scoring is a way to estimate user or group risk based on security-related behaviors and signals. A score may consider training completion, phishing simulation results, policy violations, risky access patterns, repeated unsafe actions, or other indicators. The idea is to identify where extra support or controls may be needed. For example, someone who repeatedly fails phishing simulations and has access to sensitive financial systems may need targeted coaching and stronger account protections. A department with frequent data handling mistakes may need clearer guidance or better workflow design. Behavior risk scoring should be used carefully because it can affect trust. People should not feel that every mistake permanently labels them. A good scoring approach should be transparent enough to support improvement, fair enough to avoid overreaction, and connected to practical risk reduction. Social engineering is one of the most important awareness topics because it targets human trust rather than only technical weakness. An attacker may pretend to be a coworker, executive, vendor, customer, help desk technician, delivery person, or government official. The attacker may use urgency, fear, authority, curiosity, or helpfulness to push you into action before you think carefully. Social engineering can happen through email, phone calls, text messages, chat platforms, video calls, social media, or in person. Awareness training helps you recognize pressure tactics and unusual requests. It also helps you know when to verify through a trusted channel. The goal is not to make you suspicious of everyone. The goal is to help you pause when a request involves money, credentials, sensitive data, access changes, secrecy, or a process that seems to bypass normal controls. BEC is a specific form of social engineering that usually targets business processes involving money, accounts, invoices, payroll, or sensitive information. An attacker may impersonate an executive and ask for an urgent payment. They may pretend to be a vendor and send new banking details. They may compromise a real email account and use it to send believable requests. BEC can be dangerous because the messages may not include obvious malware or suspicious attachments. The attack works by manipulating trust and business routine. Awareness training should teach you to slow down when payment instructions change, when urgency is unusual, when a request asks for secrecy, or when a message bypasses normal approval. Verification procedures are critical. A quick call to a known number or a required second approval can stop a major loss. BYOD creates awareness challenges because personal devices can blur the line between personal life and work responsibilities. If an organization allows BYOD, training should explain what work data may be accessed, what security settings are required, what happens if the device is lost, and what privacy boundaries exist between the person and the organization. You need to know whether the organization can remove work data, require screen locks, enforce updates, or restrict certain apps when work information is involved. BYOD also raises simple behavior questions. Should work files be saved locally? Can family members use the same device? What happens if a personal cloud backup copies work data? Awareness training helps prevent assumptions. It should make clear that using a personal device for work brings security responsibilities because the data still belongs to the organization. Remote work adds another layer because work may happen outside controlled office spaces. Training should cover secure network use, device updates, screen privacy, printed documents, home office storage, video meeting behavior, and safe handling of sensitive conversations. A remote worker may need to think about who can overhear a call, who can see a screen, whether a home router is reasonably protected, and whether work documents are left in shared living areas. Virtual Private Network, VPN, use may be part of the organization's remote access approach, but awareness should focus on the behavior expected from you, not on technical configuration. Remote work also makes reporting important. If a device is lost, a personal device is compromised, or a suspicious login prompt appears, quick reporting gives the organization a chance to reduce damage. Removable media and operational security are closely connected to awareness because small choices can expose large amounts of information. Removable media includes items such as universal serial bus, USB, drives, external hard drives, memory cards, and other portable storage. These devices can be lost, stolen, infected, or used to move data outside approved locations. Training should explain whether removable media is allowed, when encryption is required, how devices should be scanned or approved, and how sensitive data should be transferred safely. Operational security is the habit of protecting useful information about how the organization works. That can include schedules, system details, travel plans, internal processes, project names, security tools, and employee roles. Attackers can piece together small details from many places. Awareness helps you avoid giving away information that makes their job easier. The main idea to carry forward is that awareness, delivery, and measurement are what turn training into a living program. An LMS helps assign, track, and report training at scale. Self-service resources give you help when you need a quick answer. One-to-one instruction supports personal coaching, while one-to-many instruction spreads important messages quickly. Metrics, managerial reporting, and behavior risk scoring help the organization see whether awareness is changing behavior and where more support is needed. Topics such as social engineering, BEC, BYOD, remote work, removable media, and operational security show why awareness has to stay practical. For Security Plus SY0801, remember that effective awareness is not measured only by course completion. It is measured by safer decisions, faster reporting, better habits, and fewer preventable mistakes.
Thanks for listening. For more audio courses, daily newsletters, and more, please visit baremetalcyber.com.